I'd like to introduce y'all to 2020 Hobie Outback. And I can understand why people went from the 2017, which is the one I started with, to this one. This by far standard pack, like options available straight out the pack. You could tell that they listen to the consumer. Let me go show you what I'm talking about. Basically, like this integrated gear track, great idea. And, you know, nice little spots to put little knickknacks and things. Not too sure what I'm going to put there. And this is just for the rear tank well, right? And the beauty about it is that Hobie stayed true to its blueprint. Like, they didn't change the specs for their scupper holes, so you don't have to go buy a whole new part. All they did was just added some upgrades, man. Like, that's awesome. So I don't have to change any of my bait tanks, you know, the DIY bait tanks, anything like that. It's integrated handle, great idea. And this is also something new and pretty cool. Nice little plate. This is where your transducer would go. It would go from the bottom of the kayak through here. And the 2020 Outback has the Guardian. If I was to hit anything, or should anything come in contact with my transducer, it would actually get pushed up into the hole of the kayak, just like the kick-up fins. Your vantage seat, brand new, still got the tags on it. It comes standard with this rectangular hatch, plus having these cutouts on the sides here. You know, I never had the option to put things, so like this is like, I can't tell you how happy I am and excited for that adaptation right there. And I'm happy that they kept both the cup holders, because I do use them pretty often. And another is that now it's dual rudder control. So you got one on this side and one on that side. So this is the rudder of the 2020 Outback. This right here is spring activated. I'm a little curious to see if this is actually going to cause more or less tangles around the rudder. But you got a nice little pouch in here to keep some things dry, and an integrated bottle opener, which is so epic. And this bad boy can hold 425. When you get these things brand new, is that they come with these cool little GM reflective type stickers. This hatch here, these bungees are holding it down with pretty good downward pressure. They got gaskets on the top and the bottom, 2 rod holders in the front. You got 2 rod holders in the back. You got these nice hookless pockets here on both sides. You got places for like knives and pliers, and, you know, a nice integrated gear track both here and here. And then you got the wires, ports to put your wires and stuff for your fish finder. These are used for tie downs. Like, you could literally have your box, your tackle box inside here, strap it with one or both of these, and it fits inside the lock right there. And now it's in there. Yeah, 10-foot section of 1 1/2 PVC pipe, 1 cross. You're gonna need 5 T's. You're gonna need 2 90-degree elbows, 2 45-degree elbows, and some PVC primer and cement, just so you could glue everything together. Real quick before I start cutting up my PVC pipe, what you want is you want to take that 10-foot section and you want to break it down. You want 2 12-inch pieces, 6 10-inch pieces, and then 9 2-inch pieces. And that's basically the blueprint of it right there. This is how it looks before. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use an empty bottle that I got laying around the house to, I guess you could say, I don't know what you would call it, but just widen the holes at the top so the rods or whatever I put in there feeds in there more easily. Now what we're doing is we're going to put all the electronics in. So basically what happens is when you pull this down, you know, it's the same 3 screws that you pull down from any like Hobie kayak that hold it. It's just bigger, but it's one screw goes there, and one goes there, and one goes there. But basically, you know, they come Lowrance ready. So the transducer I use, you know, they had these little plastic stalks here on both sides. I just took a little chisel, took those off real quick so that my Garmin transducer could sit flush right there. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take some zip ties and just zip tie it around so that is secure. And then I'm gonna feed it back up through the hole, and then from there we'll be good to go. Now it just looks cleaner, and now it's secure to it. All right, so this is when the small parts come into play, because as you can see, they have like the little grommets that are specifically designed to go inside here, which is going to be like your turtle or your wire harness. Diameter for your wire, and you put it in. It's pretty much like plug and play. Yeah, we're just going to route it through the through hole here, and then, you know, manipulate it through the hatch opening. Now I'm just pulling the rest through the hatch so that I get a better feel for what's going on here. Alright. Boom. It's almost like I planned it. This particular brake tank that I'm going to show you how to make is going to be self-priming. And basically what that means is that your own momentum moving forward is going to propel the water through and up the pump. For this build, you're going to need a container of some sort. I'm going to use a storage container that I bought at Walmart for like $4. Don't forget the lid though. And then you're going to need a 6-volt battery, Tsunami 500 pump. It's like $36, I think. A piece of PVC pipe, a heat gun, a drill, Dremel. Once you gather all your materials, you're going to measure out the space in between your scupper holes in your kayak. One scupper hole was right here. Cut that out, and one was here. Took some polymorph that I had lying around the house, and I just put it around there. Now it's a watertight seal. Right? It's a PVC pipe cut. This is as high as the water's going to get. Now, this is going to put about an additional 24 pounds in the back of my kayak. Now, the reason why this part is so short is that if you have a sail or the capability to go like 6 miles an hour, if this is any longer than what it is currently, it's going to begin to rattle inside your scupper hole. It's going to not only make excess noise, but it has the capability to crack it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Dremel and I'm going to cut that to size to fit the nozzle of this T500. We got to make a nozzle now. It could funnel water into it. But basically what I did is I just boiled that and sculpted like a hood that I put on this 1/4 tube. And this 1/4 tube fits nicely inside of the inflow nozzle. The tube you just cut, and you're going to place it right. It's going to fit right in there nicely. And the only thing you have to worry about is making sure that this faces the direction of travel. Now the top, what we're going to do is we're just going to cut out this nice little square here. Alright. So now we got that cut out, and what we're going to do is we're going to take some sandpaper and just go over all that so it's nice and smooth, no jagged edges. There you have it. Your bait tank. And you're just going to insert them into these slots here. One here and one here. And you're just going to take an Allen wrench and you're just going to screw it in. So this is what the finished product looks like. Fish finder.